I'm trying to keep appraised of the literature a little more. And by literature, I mean my own subreddit. What are we posting today? What are we on about? Vaush glazes Spain a lot. That's true. We do spend a lot of infrastructure, one of the highest fiber internet coverage in the world by percentage of land area, one of the highest percentages of land accessible by road, great public healthcare system. However, I want to give some balance to Mr. Kuczynski's takes. More people have been calling me Mr. Kuczynski lately. Is this because I cover news? Do I need to cover more internet slop, like drama or whatever, for you guys to call me by my chosen name, Vaush? We have a massive looming problem with pensions, pensions, too many government workers, 17% of our working population of government workers. That's so fucking based. It's a very attractive proposition. At a certain level, funcionarios, a government worker cannot be fired. Huh. Not only that, but the government must make any possible accommodation for them. Okay, there is an element of truth to this. I do think that some of the European social democracies, and I'm being unironic here, make it too hard to fire people. Like, it to the point that it actually stifles the economy in a real way, not just in a stupid, like, stock market way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for UBI and pensions and unemployment and stuff, but I think like in the Netherlands, if you get fired, the company has to pay you out like 18 months or some shit. That might not be true. It might not be 18, but it's like a really long time. You don't want to like actually make it impossible to run a business because you can't fire anyone. You know, imagine trying to run a coffee shop and you hire some people and then one of them turns out to be fucking crazy and it will literally bankrupt you to fire them. I don't know. Some of the best pensions and pay. You can do subpar work, come in anytime you want, come in at 9 a.m. to punch your time card, then leave for an hour to have breakfast. I do think that like that is an issue, yeah. Those laws rarely get implemented. Don't fall for this right-wing propaganda. No, wait, I'm not talking about laws. I mean like having to pay people out if you fire them, or like making it difficult to fire people. I know that's a thing. Like in France, the Netherlands, and Spain, I've heard about it. I don't know. It might also be the case in Germany. Germany is overregulated to fuck. I watched a YouTube video on how hard it is to set up a business in Germany. Oh my God. Holy fucking shit, dude. The memes about German bureaucracy are insane. It has nothing to do with like protecting the public. They just like spreadsheets. I don't know what something wrong with their brains, man. I'm Dutch. That's not true at all. You get 3 months in the government. I've heard differently depending on the conditions. But I look, okay, I'm not pretending to be well versed in the subject. There are probably some laws that could need adjustment there. It's kind of like how in America, overregulation at a municipal level makes it really, really difficult to build new stuff and actually fucks over communities in the long run. But the regulations initially sound really woke. It's like, oh, environmental review. And then it turns out that the purpose of environmental review in practice is to let chuds from the suburbs hold up your building project for 2 years because they want to use any excuse they can to keep black people from riding a bus into their neighborhood, you know? Oh God, chat's posting a lot. I've angered some people. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You do get paid for 2 years if you get sick. That's crazy. I'm sorry. I think part of that said he had a good time visiting Barcelona a year or two back. I really did. It was a bit of a red pill, a little bit, yeah. I think the thing that pissed me off the most about Barcelona is that I expected Tokyo to be different when I went there. And it was, and there was a lot of really cool stuff there. But I knew that Japan's work culture is bad and their economy is fundamentally different from ours. But Spain isn't that different. And they certainly don't have a demanding work culture, not relative to America at least. But in spite of that, they still have so much more invested, like as a percentage of their total wealth, invested in their infrastructural development. I only saw Barcelona, but I heard the same in Madrid and Granada and stuff. So I don't know. It just pisses me off, man. Vaush is just struggling against his envy. I do worry a little bit that the Thing Japan meme has actually fucked over. Like, it's a thought-terminating cliche that has been deployed tactically to prevent Americans from recognizing that sometimes things actually just really suck in America. Like, a lot of America is fucking dog shit. A lot of American cities are just ass. They're horrible to walk around, horrible to drive around. Every level of their infrastructure is falling apart. They fucking suck. Everyone's depressed and miserable. Like, a lot of people do forget that. And I worry that people, you know, it's like Thing Japan. Okay, but like a better world is possible. I don't know what to say. It's not all about Japanese denim or whatever. Sometimes it's just really nice to have like a coffee shop or not have rent be $4,000 a month, you know? Actually, it's really funny. He has the stereotypical American abroad experience. Visit to country once, have a lovely time, immediately decide it's the best place ever. You people hate my ass so goddamn much. I haven't done that. I just said Barcelona's a lovely city. The city, you know what city I talk up more? New York City, which isn't abroad. It's in fucking America, okay? I just went to a cool city. It doesn't have to be the quintessential American experience is living in a shitty car-dependent suburb, traveling over to Paris and going like, "Oh my God, it's amazing here. Why can't it be like this in America?" And then going back home to your shitty suburb, being miserable and depressed, and then voting for a Republican who will continue every policy that makes this place contemptible. That's the quintessential American experience. I was an advocate for walkable cities before going to Europe. I still am. Vaush lately. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Democracy simply doesn't work. That's fucking facts. Recent young adult literature arc. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know if I can do this right now. They're basically written in a different language, not because that language itself is inherently more complex than ours. Here's the Charles Dickens quote. Do you really need to have a very high IQ to understand this? Yes, because you need to know a lot of now obscure historical trivia about 19th century England. I don't know, man. I feel like in the article, the problem people had with the reading comprehension with these two paragraphs from Charles Dickens wasn't just the references. Like, I have no idea what the fuck Michaelmas is. I'm not going to pretend. I don't know. I'd have to Google it or whatever. There are references here you wouldn't understand, but a lot of it was just like semantically they couldn't parse the metaphorical prose. You know what I mean? Like this one. As much mud in the streets as if the waters had but newly retired from the face of the earth, and it would not be wonderful to meet a megalosaurus 40 feet long or so waddling like an elephantine lizard up Holborn Hill. Like, that's not really a reference. That's more like the what the sentence says is like the streets were so muddy that they looked like primal. They looked like you know, Jurassic or whatever. They looked like there you could see a great big dinosaur waddling up the street. Like, I get that. That makes sense to me, you know. It's just like written in a way that's very evocative. But I feel like you should be able to get that without knowing anything about, you know, Michaelmas. But I agree. There's nothing like innately bad about good modern literature, I think. It's just, I don't know. It's whatever. You know what? I'm not going to talk about this anymore, I think, until I've read some more books because I'm a poser. because I need to, like, through the sack. Read Ulysses, you coward. Fuck you.
I want to ask you, like, how do you deal with people who might be disappointed because they voted, let's say they voted for you on the assumption of no wars, and then this happens and it's inconsistent with their wishes? What would you say to them?
Well, I have to do something in terms of making America great and keeping America great. And when you have lunatics with nuclear weapons and the power is beyond belief, I will tell you, as a president, I get to see it. My uncle was a great professor at MIT, and he knew more about nuclear at the time than anybody. He told me stories that were horrible in terms of the power, both beautiful in terms of putting it to good use, but really bad for destruction purposes. And his statements from years ago were, you know, he really got it. He really got it. He was a highly respected man. He was there for 41 years at MIT as a great professor, and he told me about a thing called nuclear.
Sorry. Oh my God, he's so fucking funny.
Saying, who are the gays for Palestine? And they have a significant amount of gays for Palestine. Now, I think when, you know, I did very well with the gay vote. Okay, I even played the gay national anthem as my walk-off. Okay, for my campaign, and I think it probably helped me. But I did great with no Republicans ever gotten the gay vote like I did, and I'm very proud of it. I think it's great. Perhaps it's because I'm from New York City. I don't know, but
oh my God, he's so fucking funny. It is very funny that he's not homophobic. He's just not. He's obviously not. He's never. He clearly doesn't care. I don't think he cares about trans people either. He just had to get roped up in the rhetoric, you know. I just don't. It's not. He's a queen. New York City. Oh my God, is this real? Are we actually doing this? Trump's signature to appear on U.S. currency, Treasury says, ending 165-year tradition. Okay. Standard dictator things, I guess. No one uses cash anymore anyway. The first $100 bills with Trump's signature and that of U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent will be printed in June, following by other bills in subsequent months. Great, 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 great. That makes the money worth more. You talk like this isn't going to be a collector's item for people 20 years from now. Will it be in Sharpie? I hope so. That's the only way he likes to sign his shit, which I'm okay with. The overall design of bills will not change except for Trump's signature replacing the treasurer's, Treasury officials said. Our money's boring as fuck. Our money is terrible, dude. It's terrible, like, security-wise. You can probably find a CGP Grey video on it.